Flirting is a real skill that most people don't have. They're either too scared or too inexperienced. By finishing this video, you're already ahead of the competition. The main goal when you're with a girl is to drop her anxiety. When she's comfortable around you, only then does the game begin. If she thinks you're creepy, then there's no point in flirting with her, since that'll only turn her off. Now, how can we drop the anxiety and start the flirting? Chapter 1. Think as a team. If you can align your thoughts with her thoughts, she'll calm down. She'll drop her shield. Now, how do we do that? Use the setting. If you're talking to her in a classroom, talk about the teacher. As an example, if the teacher is being annoying, you could tell the girl something like, "She's in her midlife crisis." This will make her laugh and drop her anxiety. It doesn't matter what setting, it's always possible to think in a team. If you're at a restaurant, use the waiter. If you're at a club or a bar, use some creepy guy or something about a picture that they put up on the wall or some type of decor choice they use. Something. Don't be too intimidating. Lean back and give her space and time to think. And don't show too much interest. Use all of these tricks to lower her anxiety. If you've done this, you can see that she's comfortable, and we can move on to the real flirting. Chapter 2. Complimenting correctly. A lot of dudes still compliment women incorrectly. They usually skip the first crucial step, which is reassuring the woman that you're with that you're not a weirdo or a creep. And if you don't do this, the compliment will be seen as a desperate attempt. I say this a lot, but it's really important to remember this. When you give a compliment, it has to be original. Here's what you should not say. "You look beautiful," or "You have beautiful eyes." She hears that too often. She sees that in movies. Now, you can compliment her about her eyes, but give it an original twist. For example, say, "That shade of blue I've never seen before, that's crazy." When in fact, she just has normal blue eyes. The point is to make the compliment stick. Another common mistake when it comes to giving a compliment is doing it too frequently. The more compliments you give, the less their value. Don't just throw them out there, and if she tries to provoke the compliments, don't give them. It is a tool that you have to use tactically. If you do it right, you're already in a good position, as someone she likes to be around. Listen, by watching these videos, I know you aren't one of those losers who think they already know everything. Even if you've only watched one video on this channel, you still clicked on it, and that shows that you have a fire inside of you to start improving. You already showed the willpower. The only thing you need is a path. I've put down 10 modules which you can see as ladders. Every module or ladder will exactly explain to you step by step how to get to the top. From achieving peak masculinity, advanced testosterone optimization, getting women, mastering the game of exchanging value, to actual money-making methods, and even more. I have literally laid the groundwork for you to become jacked, attractive, rich, and of high social status. You don't lack motivation. You just lack the knowledge and trust in the path that you're taking. You can continue messing around in the never-ending cycle of taking paths that lead to nothing, or click the link in the description down below. Chapter 3. Body language. When you're talking to a girl, your body language is very important. If you lean in and act super interested, she will feel anxious. You being that close feels real desperate. That's why you should lean back and take it chill. If she knows that you aren't that interested and not highly actively listening, she'll be way more comfortable, and it makes it easier to have a conversation. If you're touching her, do it super gently. Again, her anxiety will go through the roof if you are aggressively touching her or if you're doing it unprompted out of the blue. Here's what you have to keep in mind if you do go for a touch. Timing is everything. You tell a joke, make her laugh, and you can slightly touch her leg or shoulder. Good. Now you have broken the touch barrier. Don't overuse it, but from time to time, do it, since this subconsciously creates a connection. Another great tip for the tall men is to sit down, get on her level. This way she won't be that intimidated by you. It always comes back to the same principle. Is she comfortable? Yes? Well then good, that's the goal. Chapter 4. Ride her mood waves. Gentlemen, this one is quite simple, but we really don't often use it correctly. If she doesn't look too happy or even a little bit sad, don't approach her like you're the happiest man in the world. Women are emotional creatures, and if you don't play into that, you've already lost the game. I say game because it is a game. It's a true skill. If she's sad, you're sad. even if you're not. You don't try and fix her issues. She doesn't even want that. I know, not logical, but that's how the game works. She only wants you to listen. And yeah, that's all you have to do, really. It's super simple to pick up their spirits when they're down. Just kind of reaffirm whatever it is they're saying in the opposite direction and ask questions. Ask personal, intimate, involved questions. Like, oh no, you're actually listening. No, I get it. This can be really boring. And I would also recommend avoiding her if she's always unhappy and sad. You don't want to have that energy in your life. I want to put some extra emphasis on not trying to fix her. She'll break you instead. Chapter 5, Act Like Her Father. Another chapter title that gets you thinking, why should I act like her dad? Because that's all she sees and knows about relationships, or at least a lot of it. A great way to give her dad energy is by simply telling her one word. You want to know what word? Sure, it's no. Tell her no when she asks for certain things, and don't you dare add a sorry after it. This is the best way to give her dad energy, and she'll love it. If you're the only guy that doesn't try and get her drunk, she'll respect that, and again, it's the opposite of desperate. Chapter 6, Show Confidence. You can do all the chapters perfectly and still fail if you're insecure. You'll always have to be confident, but what if you're not confident? Well, then you're not ready. Work on yourself, go through some serious shit, and then you'll quickly realize that talking to girls is not hard. You also have to realize that they are 10 times more insecure than you are. If they aren't, then, well, that is a statistical miracle. And if you still don't have the confidence, I would recommend trying to flirt with women you aren't attracted to. This should build up that flirting skill quite well. If you shut down when it's an attractive girl, at least. You need to engage with more attractive girls on a daily basis. It's not rocket science. The skill takes time and effort. Chapter 7, Flirt with Other Girls. Wow, flirting with other girls isn't that toxic? Depends on the situation. If you don't know each other that well and you aren't dating, then it's perfectly fine to flirt with other girls. It's even better when you do it in the beginning. Why? This makes her anxiety drop rapidly since other girls are showing interest. Girls trust girls for some reason. She won't see you as a creep and she'll be interested in who you are. Chapter 8, Putting Everything You've Learned into Practice. This video is a golden nugget of valuable dating information. However, it is useless if you can't put it into practice. The absolute best way to do this is to go to home parties. Super easy since you can actually talk to the person, but you're also able to shift focus on other things. You can easily check on everyone's body language and work together with your friends to make it fun. Make sure the ratio is at least 1-to-1. If not, she's going to have a hard time feeling comfortable. Some other great places are work and school. Super easy to work as a team if you have the skills. You should be able to stand out easily. If you aren't practicing flirting with women as much as you can, then you are wasting valuable time to learn that skill. Game is something that comes with practice and the right info. If you have a group of friends who aren't busy with girls, find another group that you can go out and practice the skill with. Of course, I'm not saying you should drop the first group. You can have multiple friend groups. A place that I would avoid personally are clubs. It is so, I've tried, that's kind of like one of your first thoughts. You're like, I'll go to a club, I'll go grind up on some ladies. It is really hard to talk to girls, and they're usually not women that you want to have a relationship with. It's really not attractive when you have to scream into her ear. However, you can go to clubs with women that you already know. That's completely fine. It's pretty fun. So I'm not personally a major club guy, but they're fun. So now flirting with women in clubs is mostly nonverbal, but that's for another video. I know for sure that you've learned a lot from this video, and one way that you can thank me is by subscribing and checking out the links in the description. Thank you for watching.